What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a replay for you in the Japanese battleship Fuso. Now, you join me 9 minutes into the game. As you can see, our team has captured most of the points. However, my contribution has largely been irrelevant at this point. I'm going to take some shots at this New Mexico, who's just over 13 kilometers away. We're going to fire everything, and this is pretty much going to be my first salvo that does any serious amount of damage. The problem was I spawned down, here we go, 5 hits for 11,500 damage. I spawned down at E, the enemy that spawned at D headed towards A, the enemies that spawned at B headed towards A, and we just spent the whole match up to this point desperately trying to catch the enemy ships and actually get within range where I could, put some effective fire. He's got 1 health left and he's dead. But we have captured everything and things are looking good for our team. Unfortunately, very soon, the remainder of the ships on my team are going to be eliminated. And this was a Delta 08 GER, so I'm guessing he's from Germany. And our carrier, we're having a little hissy fit together earlier because a bunch of destroyers snuck around the map, and the carrier was bitching that the Delta 08 didn't save him. Delta 08's in a Nagato Tier 7 battleship. Not sure what exactly he was supposed to do against, was it 2 destroyers, I think? But anyways, so the enemy is now capturing B, and we're just trying to take out these Pensacola's. We got an Amagi, Tier 8 Japanese battleship, just over on our port side, and these 2 Pensacola's are also quite a big threat to us, 8-inch guns, with armor piercing or with, high explosive, can do some serious work on a battleship. And we fire a little bit high, only get 2 hits. But I must say, I really like the replay system in World of Warships. I mean, it's not officially implemented just yet. You do kind of have to modify some files to get it working, but I like the fact that the interface is exactly the same, and it just works really well. I mean, there are a few glitches here and there that you can see, especially when you follow shells and that. And we managed to get a Citadel and an additional 5 hits, and that if you look in the chat, that CGA Kiss was the carrier, and Delta is now saying you fire armor piercing for big ships and high explosive for small ships, which implies he's referring to cruisers, and I have to disagree with him a bit there, but anyway, to each his own. If high explosive works for him, good for him. So we are now heading towards a New Mexico. We're going to take a shot at him, but we've now got this Amagi, and we get 1 critical hit and 1 hit for no damage. And we got this Amagi, who I believe is going to take out this Omaha, whereas the Pensacola is going to take out our other Cleveland behind us soon, and we are going to be left all alone. No one here beside me. So we take the shot at the Amagi. We get 7 hits for 3,000 damage. Now this is not going, I'm very worried at this point. And as you can see, the Pensacola and the Cleveland trading shots. I think they're going to take each other out. And the Amagi finishes off the Omaha. The Cleveland is now dead. So it's just me. It's just me versus a battleship 2 tiers above me. Not a situation I've been in before, one-on-one with an Amagi and a Fuso. I don't know how his armor compares to mine. The stats are a little bit difficult to find. Firepower-wise, obviously, I've got more guns, 12 versus his 10, but he does have 16-inch guns. So I'm really quite worried, and at this point, I'm just thinking, I'm dead. Nothing I can do. Just may as well go at it hard and see what we can do. And that salvo really irritated me because that's not a bug with the replay. I fired at his waterline, as you saw, and yeah, all the shells just harmlessly went into the water. Now I kind of didn't have a choice, and there he gets a Citadel for 16,000. Had to go kind of full broadside with him because ramming him would be pointless. Getting rammed by him would be pointless, would just give the win to the enemy team. But we got 4 guns ready, and we fire, we get 2 Citadel hits, and we manage to sink the Amagi. So now we're healing up. It is now 2 versus 1. A New Mexico at 6.3 kilometers, which is very, very bad. And the Amagi congratulates me and says good ones, but I'm too focused to actually be able to reply. But we got this New Mexico at 7 kilometers, which is a problem because his armor is better than mine. We've both got 12 guns. He is better in close range than I am. We take some shots with the armor piercing we had loaded at the Mitsuki, and we do a fair amount of damage. But, I mean, things are looking very bleak for us because we got this battleship that's better for close range than we are. And we got a destroyer who is very close and is obviously going to keep putting torpedoes in the water, trying to get the kill. Because we still have a points advantage. New Mexico is now capping C. I did switch over to high explosive, mainly because when that destroyer showed his face again, I wanted to be able to kill him. And I'm trying to turn and get 2 guns to bear, or some guns to bear, so I can fire on this New Mexico, because it will reset the cap. Unfortunately, the reload just didn't finish in time. And now I'm going to do something that I almost never do. I'm going to engage an enemy battleship from start to finish with high explosive, because we are at a range where most of my shells are going to be going into his main belt armor, which is better than mine. And he's constantly turning and angling against us. We don't have a nice shot. I mean, if we had a shot on his side, flat side, we could probably, you know, penetrate his armor and do some decent damage, but we don't. So that's part of the reason why I'm sticking with the high explosive. Other reason is that destroyer, and you can still see, still got torpedoes coming, and I've got to constantly keep that in mind, that I mustn't travel in a straight line for too long. And with this New Mexico, I'm constantly firing and then turning back to just make sure I don't give him a nice flat target. And you can see the high explosive is actually doing a pretty good job. You know, getting, I mean, that was a bit of a poor salvo, but we're getting several thousand damage every time we hit him. We've set him on fire. We've now got high caliber. And, I mean, if someone says good play, I'm not sure if they were being sarcastic. But, I mean, took a bit of a risk here, trying to get all guns to bear, and we did expose our side a little bit much. But we only take 1,600 damage. We do 4,000 to him, and he's on fire again. And there's the destroyer, but we've just fired. So we're, you know, New Mexico's now less than 3,500 health. Gone behind the island. We're not going to be able to shoot at him. We need 50 more points to win. You know, 16,000 health left myself. Trying to turn the guns to shoot at this destroyer. We can see more torpedoes coming in. Guns are ready. Take the lead. As I fire, we destroy the New Mexico, and we get the kill. So I really thought we were dead. I didn't think we were going to be able to pull that off, but in the end it turned out quite well. Pretty good play by me, I think, and I was very happy that we managed to win that. So let's have a look at the results that we got. We got 65 target hits, 3 incapacitations, destroyed 2 enemy ships, caused a fire 6 times, 3 Citadel hits, and defended a base twice for 324,473 silver, 8,500 XP. This was on the final day of the 2 times XP for your first win, and this was obviously my first win. 924 experience, and then we got, what's that? I think that was High Caliber and Dreadnought, I think, or Unsinkable, one of the two. And then as for the team score, we came first place on the team with 2,260, just beating out the Cleveland, who got 2,254, so not bad there. The best on the enemy team was the Pensacola with 1,444 points. And then as for the damage caused, we did 75,000 armor piercing damage, 16,800 from high explosive, and 32,614 from fires. On top of that, we did 4,300 from our first shell type in our secondaries, and 4,100 from our second shell type in our secondaries, giving us a total of 132,906 damage. So not a bad match in the Fuso. I think that's the highest damage I've done in this since open beta. I haven't played it too much. I focus more on the American lines, and getting used to the American guns often screws with the accuracy for the Japanese ones. But with this match, I earned enough experience to unlock the Nagato, and I've bought it. So hopefully in the coming days, I can have a video on that for you guys. I'd like to try and get the upgrades for it first, but we'll see how things go. But anyways, I think that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and maybe consider subscribing for more World of Warships content, as well as War Thunder and a few other things that are thrown to the mix from time to time. Also, be sure to check the description down below for links to my Facebook and my Twitter pages, and you guys can follow me there as well if you so desire. But as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.